Previously, in the dungeon of the Mad Mage. The party, having successfully installed the Skull Takers on the 6th floor of the dungeon, decided it was best that they not venture down to the 7th just yet, for fear of becoming entangled in whatever might await them there, and being unable to return to the Legion and provide assistance to them in their battle against the Xanathar. So, rather than heading below, the party decided to head back up, back to the 5th level of the dungeon. There were many places that they had yet to explore in the Willowwood. Plus, Bones decided it might be a good idea to negotiate with Willow about the goblins and their utilization of the wood's resources. Their trip up was uneventful, and upon arriving in the Archdruid's abode, the party was welcomed and negotiations began. Willow seemed to be growing more accepting of the party's continued presence, even at times enjoying their conversations, though she remained aloof most of the time. Bones was able to secure for the Skull Takers the ability to harvest dead wood, soil, and plant cuttings from the primordial forest. Willow also gave her blessings to the Skull Takers, taking anything they saw fit from the cultists' settlement, as long as it didn't interfere with the growth of the wood. Apparently, Mobar and his tribe had since fled, so the Skull Takers would face no opposition. Willow did, however, expressly forbid any hunting. Bones was quite pleased with Willow's willingness to tolerate the Skull Takers, even more so that she seemed respectful enough to tell them that she would first notify the party should any trouble arise. But all this did not come for free. Willow had another group of what she called unnatural monsters she needed dealt with, and the implication was that she would expect more of this type of favor from the party in the future. So, the party headed into the Western Wood to hunt basilisks, which proved pretty simple for the party actually, since basilisks must see their prey and their prey must see them. The party was able to manipulate the battle in their favor. Ashes was able to cloak himself in magical darkness, and while he could see the basilisks, they could not see him, thus preventing their gaze from working. Ezrah was able to instill within himself and Bones greater invisibility, providing much the same effect for both of them. Only Matashtai was without some sort of magical assistance in battling the basilisks, but a blindfolded and skilled monk seemed readily capable of handling the actually interestingly weak basilisks. After slaying the creatures, Ashes spent some time harvesting their eyes, intent on exploring new options with his burgeoning alchemy. Meanwhile, Matashtai found what he thought to be a basilisk egg. From here, the party traveled upriver, eventually finding a small, hidden-away cave where they repelled an attack by some werebats. Here they also found a leather boot, the missing, mismatched pair to a boot they had found in Ilune's hoard, and apparently they were boots of speed. Traveling further upriver, the party found themselves once more near Tiralai's abode. After a brief conversation with the Green Dragon, they ventured eastward, eventually making their way through a small tunnel to a boat moored on the river. A boat they had passed many times. Recalling that the Skull Takers had been at least minorly interested in the boat, Bones decided it was best not to tempt them and to go ahead and cut the boat free and send it downriver. But the boat was not a boat. Well, at least not in the normal sense. It was in fact a giant mimic in the shape of a boat. It immediately pulled Bones into it and began floating away downriver. Matashtai and Ashes quickly pursued, jumping into the boat and becoming trapped there by the sticky adhesive that the mimic exuded. While the party wailed on the creature, the mimic began to flood its interior with acid, even going so far as to actually, spray acid up into the party's faces. It was a race against time, and the party barely won that race. With final stab, Bones ended the creature, and the party was able to swim back to shore. badly burned and quite tired after that sudden battle, they decided to rest before continuing their exploration. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.